affirmative action group. And the question has always been, what is it? What do I benefit? Where are we going? Where do you come from? I think the ambassador and the president have touched on the nerves. Indigenization, economic empowerment, yes. And I want to implore on diasporans here, particularly Zimbabweans, that there is a phase we are going through in Zimbabwe now. And whether you want to believe it or not, or you agree with me or not, but we have a spectacular, a magnificent president in the name of Dr. E.D. I'll tell you why I say this. And this is no propaganda. I'm a businessman. Those who have known my history, I started business when I was 19 years old, selling cell phones by Zimexmo. Those who know Zimexmo, Zimexmo, I think some phone. We were in the first, we started in the First Republic. Indigenization empowerment propagated, we propagated for it. But the difference now in the Second Republic is the kind of communication lines which have been opened between the business people and the highest office in the land. You guys, if you don't capitalize on it, Your Excellency, the problem with diasporans, and I've been coming here for a while, is they cry, they are crybabies, and very little action is taken. They complain a lot, and nothing is done about what they complain about. You know, let me tell you a little story. One of my professors, when I went to Qatar University, who loved Zimbabwe, said this to me. He says to me, so God was giving blessings and dishing out blessings to the people. And then came a very white, blue-eyed boy who was British. God asked, what can I do for you? The young British guy said, I would want my language to be universal. I want people to unite in my language. God says, indeed. And for sure, even when you go to Ukraine, the nearest language, if you can't speak their language, is English. Anywhere you go in the world, those who have visited Germany will tell you that. It's difficult to speak French in Germany, or Swahili. You can only, the closest is English. Came another young white guy. God said, what can I do for you? The young American said, I want my currency to be the universal currency in the world. I want it to unite nations. God said, granted. Indeed, the United States dollar is everywhere. There is no currency which competes with the United States dollar. It's everywhere. Then came a Chinese. Short man came. God asked, what can I do for you? The Chinese simply says, I want to make everything. The world has ever known. From toothpick to the most sophisticated equipment the world has ever seen. God says, granted, indeed, the Chinese are ahead in terms of manufacturing. They manufacture completely everything. The next to come was an Indian, like my brother here. God said, what can I do for you? The Indian says, I want to be the biggest trader the world has ever seen. From Cape to Cairo. I want to open a shop at every corner. God said, given, indeed, you can't compete with Indians when it comes to trading. No. The last one to come was the Zimbabwean.
I'm worried.
I didn't say anything. It seems you guys know yourselves. The Zimbabwean was asked, what can I do for you, young man? The young man just looked to Pasi and replied in Shona, Your Excellency, ini ndomwarire ke nikubatsira ivava nematandedava. We are here. Zimbabweans are in the UK building UK. Zimbabweans are in the United States building United States of America. Zimbabweans are everywhere building other people's nations. Zimbabwe, the only nation they don't build is theirs. They are the quickest, the hardest, and the fastest to criticize. And you criticize from the terraces. The time is now to start building our own country. President Mnangagwa was with a mantra. Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. Ndimi vene vayo. That's why we are in Zimbabwe House today. That's why His Excellency, it was a telephone call away from a young Martin to say we want to have this. He says, yes, yes, you should have had it yesterday. You can have as many as you want. This is your house. Because he understands the significance and how imperative it is for diasporans to start investing back home. And by the way, there's a misconception about investment. You only think investment is monetary values. We want your thinking, what your skills, what you've learned is investment. And I will tell you, I'm going to break it down. I'll tell you why now the World Economic Forum has come up with a way forward and how you can become successful until 2025. Your skills. Tinemanesa kafunda muno. In now, Excellency, I saw her. I haven't seen her in 30 years. I saw her like 3-4 days ago. And she was showing me accolades. She's got pictures with the Queen. She's a topness. You know when the royal family, when they're giving birth, she's one of the skilled midwives. She ends and she's got a beautiful house. They got called Naimani. Koparinya twa mukauya. Mukati no inda kunza skill andinaro pano pabuya neanda maternity home. Don't you think the Minister of Health, Vice President, CDG and General will make you the Managing Director for Buyane? Did you think that was Padaro? It's a misconception. We were having the discussion in my briefing with the ambassador and says your skills determine your value and determine your network. So you cannot say Manesa Padaro. It's a misconception. Come to us. That's why we're saying AAG, set yourself up. Be a hub of information. Let the nurses say, I want to go back home. And the source will be structured for them. Can I don't interview the vice president himself. And we can make it happen. Do we have very well sense? Oh, no, nothing is direct. And we'll make sure that your package. Can I US dollar in the Abadaro? It's not bad my US dollar. Now, So this is why, as Zimbabwe, we are very behind. And the biggest downfall of the country, Zimbabwe, is Zimbabweans themselves. Yeah. They pull each other down. And especially Zimbabweans in the diaspora. Yes. You need them to be exercised. One Zimbabwean who's being deported, Your Excellency, is another Zimbabwean who is saying that. If you see a Zimbabwean suffering, it's another Zimbabwean. If you see your license, your care home being cancelled, it's another Zimbabwean. Why? While the Europeans are busy cancelling the borders and calling themselves the European Union, we are busy dividing ourselves. You know, I always tell my friends, I got friends all over Africa. This is my Ghanaian partner. Stand up, he's a young millionaire, as you can see. Follow him on Instagram. I don't do social media, but he's on Instagram, Darren Bond. Go and see his lifestyle. I always say these borders are created by the whites. And you see, they had a motive and a strict motive why they created borders. If you want to conquer, divide. I'm not moving. Oh, yes. If you want to conquer, divide. In politics, we call it divide and rule. So we are divided by these man-made borders. But we are one as Africans. We are one. I don't know why diaspora and Zimbabweans are confident and have more respect in having British friends. I can tell you, Excellency, every house I've been invited. I don't know, maybe they want to make me see that they've got a good life, but most of their friends are whites. And I laugh because none of the friends here have got the life I have back home in Zimbabwe. It's what we come over and indeed so. It's reality. Come back home. It's my word for today. There is no place like home, and you are the missing link. It's not the government, it's not ZANU-PF, it's you. Go back and let's build our country together. So, the World Economic Forum came up with some skills, or rather some notions, what to follow until 2025 if you want to be successful. You must have certain top 10 skills. And I thought this was very imperative and talks to this launch of AAG. Number one, they say analytical thinking and innovation. The question is, are we thinking? You know, the problem with Africa, Your Excellency, is we don't want to think. You know, the easiest business to make or to start in Zimbabwe is to have find a corner, find a drama, a lady who shouts on top of her voice, and a shiny fraudster, and a shining fraudster, wearing a shiny suit fraudster, calling himself a prophet or pastor. And they start this non-profit, good for business thing called church. That's the easiest business. And if you look at why is it that Africans, we are truly inclined to be subservient to religion more than anything else, is because we do not want to work. That's all.
Yes.
We believe that you can become a millionaire by simply getting miracles. Well, I have news for you.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Yes.
You can fight for as long as you want. You can pray for as long as you want. For as long as you don't observe the necessary measures, you will remain poor. And you will remain a poor person. And I don't believe that, they say, money is the root of all evil. I don't believe poverty is holy either. I think you can become too poor to pray. I think so. I think you can get to a point where prayer will not even be enough. So I want you to write this down quickly. Analytical thinking and innovation. And I hope the embassy staff is here because we're hoping to engage with the Zimbabwean embassy here on these matters. I think they're really imperative. Number two, active learning and learning strategies. So learning is now got strategies. You know, we now have, back home in Zimbabwe, there's now online learning. I'm sure you guys have done that here before. COVID has taught us that we must not only learn, but have learning strategies. Kids are now learning from everywhere. For as long as they've got a laptop, they're in class. And then there's number three, complex problem solving. Mr. Striveman Stewart said, $1 billion is very, very easy to make. You just have to be a complex problem solver. That's all. Identify a very difficult problem and solve it. So $1 billion. $1 billion, let me talk in pounds, because we're talking to British, yeah? So they don't understand the dollars. £1 billion is not very far to make. You just have to be sure you're solving something. Creativity, originality, and initiative. This is number 4. Number 5, I like this one, leadership and social influence. So, as part of building yourselves, make sure you're taking up leadership role and having social influence. Technology use, monitoring and control. I know I might be, I'm touching on some nerves here, President, but I wanted to talk about this on my presentation, because you can preach to people about what you want to do, but you must have the values of what you want to do. And these are very critical values. This technology use and monitoring and control. I want to talk briefly about that. You know, we are all on social media now. And in Zimbabwe, there's a new party launched, Your Excellency, and launched on social media, I must say, and wants to propel technology. So I think the use, how you use technology is really, really important. I think to me it was just a big joke. I'm not being political, but this we're talking about monitoring and controlling it and using technology. You don't use technology to campaign in Africa. It doesn't work. And come 2023, those who are looking at me right now, you say Chamu was right when President Mnangagwa gets 6.1 million votes. And the CCC or NNN or TTT, whatever, cries foul. You don't campaign on social media. Use it properly. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming from a party where we believe, Your Excellency, you know, I know you are not a politician. We come from a party where we believe in going to the grassroots, meet the people, talk to the people, and feed the people. And social media does none of that. Technology design and programming, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. Woo! Issue of mental health is an issue in the UK and diasporans. And it's critical that when you, as AAG, have a mental health classes with them, when everyone is stressed, people are stressed to the bone. I don't know why is that. You know, people are stressed here. And I also think the weather here is also very stressful. That's always true. So, and the last but not least is reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. Now, please write these facts down. They're going to be part of our journey on the issues that we want to engage diasporans on. Now let me quickly go to the agenda of the day. Diaspora home mortgages, soft loans for individuals, land allocations. I'll start with land allocations. Your Excellency, the government in 2000 went on a campaign to give Zimbabweans land. And most of the people who didn't benefit were Zimbabweans based outside the country. We wrote to His Excellency, the President, Comrade Mnangagwa. He's warmed up to the idea that diasporans must come, apply, and get land in Zimbabwe. How many in here? How many have applied? 3 or 4. Okay? I want to know, before I leave today, that where did they apply? To who? And they give me their names. I want to do a follow-up with my Harare office to find out where are your applications at. We must ensure, you must ensure as AAG, that Zimbabweans here benefit from their land. It is their land after all. So, Imi Mulukuno, Torai Kapiskele, do poultry projects, do piggery projects, but that would be definitely an incentive for you to come back home. So please, my motivation is apply for that. Please, if you haven't done it, see His Excellency, his office. They will assist you to get in touch with the Ministry of Lands in Zimbabwe. Permanent Secretary there is called Dr. Basera, a very nice young man. He's younger than me actually. So he understands. I had a long chat with him before I came here, and he says they must come and they must do it urgently. And now, as pessimistic as our diasporans are, we are coming up with these structures. 5 years down the line, and they just criticize. So these structures are there. Before you criticize, try them. Say no, we tried and it didn't work. Don't just sit there and say, fortune favors the brave. We're coming up with diaspora loans, but these are only commercial loans to be used in business only. So we are not going to give you loans to pay for your rent, for your children's school fees. No. And here is the catch, Your Excellency. The businesses must be started in Zimbabwe. So, if you guys want to start your piggery project back home, for example, in Zimbabwe, we are prepared to finance it. We bond you here in the UK because we know you get the pound, which doesn't lose a lot of value. So you can pay for that loan while the business is being run in Zimbabwe. Our collateral is the business that you've started. So if you've got cows, we'll say if you fail to pay, we'll take the cows. But at least we know you're being productive back home. So if you want loans and you want to start something back home, only for now, we are tailoring a structure for you to ensure that we can give you a loan, you start your business back home. And I've always had a dream that why can't you guys start even care homes in Zimbabwe, Why can't you do that? That can happen. And I'm telling you, we also have got people who can fund those things. The government can, we've got our government-friendly NGOs who are prepared to fund such kind of So please, think about this. Start a care home in Zimbabwe. Some say it's against our tradition. So many things were against our tradition. But we've changed. We are moving with time. We are moving with time. Things have changed. This is 2022. There's a lot of things I can tell you today that we didn't do. We didn't wear masks, for example. Now we are. Facebook. Now you see them on Facebook. And Instagram even. So things are changing. And we want you in the diaspora to be part of the change. Let me end by talking about current and future opportunities. I have a Zimbabwean friend based in the UK, Northampton. He's a doctor. He partnered a guy from Shavane, a young man. The young man said to me, Nkoma, so I spoke to a friend of mine, he's a doctor, and he's always been passionate about mining. So he says to me, you know what does this young man need? And I brought these guys together. They started talking and they bought equipment for this guy in the shower. As we speak, Your Excellency, they've been operating only for 5 months. They are getting 2.5 to 3 kgs a month. They earn a profit of nothing less than $100,000 every month. And this guy was saying to me, you know what, Chamu, I've been here, I'm a specialist, I've never earned this money. I'm way back home. So I'm also appealing to you guys. Mining is an open venture for you. Okay? Don't be negative. By the way, you make it look like Zoom is very far. It's only 9.5 hours flight. It's not very far. So I'm sure you can go back home at any time if you want to check on your businesses, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Or you can send your wife, or if there was no paper, because some of us So it's a serious matter. It's a serious matter which has hindered a lot of people to invest back home, because I'm an asylum seeker. You know what I mean? That mustn't stop you from investing back home. Be a bit optimistic. So at least have something home. That's running. So that when the birthday comes, when the rain comes, you've got an umbrella. So future opportunities. I want to say this to you without fear of being quoted. Choose your politics very wisely. and I'm saying this as an entrepreneur, as a young, and I'm not shy to say successful one, choose your politics very wisely. If you support those who are talking without microphones on top of cars, you are obviously not going to make a lot of money because they don't have the power to make money. If I was coming from another party, I wouldn't be standing here in this big building right now. That's why we're today meeting in Birmingham. And I know I touch nerves when I say this. I touch nerves. But this is reality. Choose your politics wisely. And if you want to remain poor, that's okay, stay there. We're not forcing you to come. But if you want to make money, then ED is the way. ED is the way if you want to make money, my diaspora. At least when you arrive in Zimbabwe, I mean, listen, this is a Ghanaian young man, okay? Already his program is lined up. He's going to see this minister, and the president has agreed to see him. Imagine if I was somewhere else and I'm bringing him. Tell the people have his house. I'm being honest. So choose your politics right. By the way, your kids, and they want money. So this politics of being emotional, so choose your politics very wisely. Okay? There are many successful Zimbabweans. Those who haven't been in Zimbabwe in a while, I'm inviting you on behalf of His Excellency to come and see the roads that President Mnangagwa has done just in 7 months. You see, second road, Yagadadziwa all the way up. Many roads have been fixed. Sometimes, you know, come and see. This is my invitation. Come and see it. I will personally host you by myself. I'm inviting you. I know that's home, but this is my invitation. Let me know, Chamu, I'm coming. I'll make sure that there's top of the range car ready to pick you up at the airport. I'll make sure that you stay in a beautiful house. I want to show you a Zimbabwe that you never think exists. Now, you know what? They look at me and they say, this guy's being braggadocious. I'm not being braggadocious. Ask her right now. She can stand up and be a witness. Right here. So the negativity is Zimbabwe is a bad place. I've got news for you. I said to Victor today, you know, Your Excellency, what food was that today? I was so shocked. I saw people staying in shacks here in London. Did you know that? BBC never showed us that. I saw people staying in shacks. They were actually, you know, on a small fire. And there's a white people. I'm like, white people in Mobranga? I thought Mobranga they used to, you know. They never show us that. I saw that if you've been to Brooklyn in the United States, you'll be so shocked. You'll be so shocked. But CNN is not telling us that. So the negativity and the media out there, Zimbabwe is sad, Zimbabwe is bad, they will never show you the Zimbabwe we live in. So come back home. Zimbabwe is a beautiful place, full of opportunities. His Excellency says Zimbabwe is open for business. It is open for business. President Mnangagwa says we can know what I say, if you want to criticize, criticize from inside. Don't talk on Facebook and Instagram. You are a coward. Come back home, eat the same stuff that we're eating. And then you say, then we can say, at least you are eating with us. Not when you're sitting in your house here with your heater on in a small house and you say, Zimbabwe, you know what I mean? So, please, come back home. And I said, can I just come back home and now physically, You can bring your skills. You put your skills, you can bring some things. As long as you're doing something constructive at home, that will benefit the country, that will benefit the young people that are coming up, then you are really making a difference. Then you can listen to you when you then decide to criticize. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador, our speaker tonight, Dr. Chamu Chiwanza, the AAG executive, and each and every one of us who's left businesses that you to attend to be with us tonight. We thank you all for helping us relaunch the AAG. And actually, I'm a loss of words. That was not actually a lot. It was more a part of motivational speaking. And it should give you one we are AAG, Affirmative Action Group, which means we are an association that is here to notify, to inform, as well as to be an echo chamber that gathers your thoughts and your words and take them to the legislative offices that can alter and effect change to us. Sunday. So why we're here as an organization is not, of course, to let such opportunities pass us. Individually, apana chatunogona kuita as single units one. But as a group, we've got a voice. We can change even the legislation. We can lobby for new laws. We can even lobby for the current laws to be repealed on our behalf, depending on who we are as AAG. And ordinarily, by the way, those admire.dube, ordinarily you don't get a pleasure to be speaking on such occasions. And I was asked to come before you tonight to field some questions pertaining with my finances of what Dr. Chamu was imparting to us. Some of the things that maybe he forgot to mention was, as a group, we intend to have like a professional errand service where you come over to the AAG office. But I wonder if anyone might sing in too much it's no influence on my figures, no change, no lead. It's one of the things that we intend to do as AAG. But of course, we are not coming here to be what? To be instructive. We're also coming here to learn, to absorb from you. I'm sure, as Dr. Chiwanza alluded to earlier, there is so much that all of us collectively need to put across. But maybe as an individual, it's hard to have that message being sent home. So, as AAG, it's not so much to do with just the economy of things, but also to look at the ideas, the thoughts. So we are encouraging you, but wait my members, in subscription here, it's a total amount, £20 annual fee. It's more about administrative than to read any rewards out of that. And then when you're a member, it's a communication group where we are absorbing from you and equally imparting to you some of, like, for instance, these programs. It's going to be administratively difficult to have all those ideas being, for instance, everyone like for the protection ones. That's why we have an office here to impart that to you guys and also to absorb from you. We actually have an active group. So you know, when matters have to do with finance, people get angry at times. We raise our voice, but ultimately the aim and the goal is to have something productive and grow Zimbabwe, but also growing as individuals, so that collectively, as a nation, we are in a better spot than we are at present, but also individual note. I went out 2020, this is where I was. 2021, I then moved there. And 2022, this is the progress that I've achieved. Sandy, for now, if maybe we can have the mic going around. Since you've been listening to us this whole evening, so let's begin to hear from you guys. Opinion, question, suggestion, or anything that will improve us and improve you simultaneously. Yes, yes.